Yo, hello guys. So, the panic muscles. I was doing the previous science themed video was about the cricoid muscles, which lengthen and stretch the chords, take us up in range into head voice. Now, I'm going to do a video that covers the panic muscles. I want to be very clear about something. All this stuff is, I'm purely talking about singing from a functional, technical standpoint. This is objective stuff. It's not the artistic side of singing, which has a lot of subjective parts to it. This is just what muscles we need, how we use them. Seth Riggs, speech level singing. Brett Manning, singing success. The whole premise of these methods and the basic fundamentals of these methods are essentially get rid of the wrong muscles, find the right muscles, use the right muscles in isolation and independently of one another, and that's it. People that struggle with singing tend to engage muscle groups that have nothing to do with singing, at least at first, and the training revolves around relaxing muscles they don't need, finding the correct muscles, engaging those correct muscles, and over time they're able to use those correct muscles in isolation more and more and more. Their singing becomes more efficient, more free, more loose, more relaxed. That's the fundamental principle of speech level singing. Now, if you want to talk about results from different teachers, etc., etc., you can do that, but that basic premise is the right premise. If you want to sound good and you want to sound professional, that's the route. Don't matter what method you're using, that's basically the route. Relax the wrong muscles, find the right muscles, use the right muscles exclusively and independently of one another. Now, let's talk about some of the wrong muscles when we start. And you're going to notice in a sec that it gets very complicated. So look at this first image. Look at all these muscles under the jaw here. People talk about relaxing the digastric muscles, which are under here. You can monitor them with your thumb. But it's not just the digastric muscles. Look at all these muscles in your neck. There are tons, probably hundreds, but you can see we've got, I don't even know, I've never even named these. But if you notice just right in the middle here, we've got the esophagus, and in the middle there is the larynx inside there where we sing from. Now when we are struggling singers, a lot, some or all or many, a certain number of these muscles in the neck, which have nothing to do with singing, can be engaging. That's why we have this exercise where we hum and put our thumbs on the digastric muscles, because when they engage, they're the wrong muscles. We don't need those to sing. Now, all this stuff as well, any of that stuff going on, is engaging muscle groups we don't need. But just look how many there are. So this isn't, when we talk about relaxing the outer muscles, there's a lot of muscles in here. A lot of things can be going on. Had a student ask me recently, oh, well, why is there tension there? And I said, well, I can hear there's tension there. There's something you're doing in here that is holding on to the process, stopping the natural mechanics of your voice from working. I don't know exactly what muscle group you might be engaging in there, but I'm trying to help you discern between when you start engaging the wrong muscles and when you're not engaging those muscles. But basically, there could be quite a lot going on in there, and the only person that's going to really know and be able to really feel it in the most accurate way is the singer themselves. Right, so you've got all these muscles outside of your larynx, in your neck, shoulders even for some people, and just under your chin there. Now you've also got swallowing muscles inside your larynx. Let's look at a couple of these. So we've got this first one. When you swallow, you notice your larynx raises up, and that is these thyrohyoid I think that's how you spell it, muscles which elevate the larynx. Look at that. Now those muscles, when we talk about the larynx coming up, go, 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 these muscles are engaging, pulling the larynx up, which modifies the vowel. So these muscles, which are part of your larynx, also need to be relaxing. Another one, which we'll go to, look, I think it was about here. When you swallow as well, your epiglottis, I think it's called, or yeah, I'm not sure if it's called that, but basically these epiglottic muscles, when you swallow, put a little flap over your vocal cords, basically to stop food or liquid passing down into your lungs. This muscle group as well needs to be relaxed. So when we talk about releasing tension, and let's just watch the end of that just to see it engaging. I think we go top view in a sec. So look at those muscles dragging that epiglottis down and covering up the sound hole. So when we are talking about relaxing the wrong muscles, we're talking about a lot of muscles in your neck, we're talking about the swallowing muscles, which you can see here. When those muscles are engaging, they get in the way of you singing. Now, the other muscles we talked about in the previous video, the correct muscles, the cricoid muscles and the arytenoid muscles, which we'll look at in a moment, those are the muscles that we're trying to weed through everything and start to help the singer find and isolate and engage on their own. So yeah, that's really it. I wanted to just go into the wrong muscles, what we're actually trying to achieve when we talk about releasing tension and finding the correct muscles, X, Y, Z. These are the muscles groups we want to get rid of and learn to relax. So there's this kind of oxymoron when we're talking about learning technique, because teachers are often talking about letting go, but conversely, we're trying to hold on, because we're trying to hold on to the correct muscles and let go of the wrong ones. And so it can be very confusing, because sometimes you're thinking, well, I'm holding on more to get release, but then I also need to let go to get release. So it can be a little bit of a brain kind of, it can mess with your head a bit, because whilst you're trying to let go of the wrong muscles, you're trying to learn to hold on to the right muscles more. And when you do hold on to the right muscles at first, the wrong muscles want to hold on, and so you're always in this kind of battle between letting go and holding on at the same time, and that's why it gets tough and tricky to learn. Right, I'll see you in another video. Relax the bad muscles, yeah? Cool, bye.